Welcome back to beautiful Harris Chester. Along with Heather Moffat, I'm Steve Ross, and this is PA Harness Week. And let's not waste any more time. We'll go back up to Mohegan Sun of Pocono down for the third division of the Earl Beal Memorial. With that, here's Heather.
Okay, Trond is back in here. He has the number 1, Dejarmbo, the 2-5 favorite. Then number 5 is Magnum Cosmos. Just won a non-winners of 2 here at Pocono by a mere 14 lengths, okay? And the 7, Bambino Hall, looking for his 3rd win in a row.
Magnum Cosmos has a lead. It's going to be short-lived because Bambino Hall, who's won back-to-back starts, going to speed on by here for George Knapp. Magnum Cosmos coming off a big mile second. There goes Chris Ryder and Charlie DeVee, undefeated this year, first over into the fray. Following cover, Dejarmbo, the 2-5 favorite. Smedshammer there again, 4th. Wynnuendo inside 5th. Leader of the gang is a close 6th. Not tonight for Riding Style. Half mile, 55-2, 28 even. A second panel, astonishing pace up here. It's Bambino Hall by about a length. Outside, Charlie DeVee gaining there, but ever slightly. Inside, trying to keep up Magnum Cosmos. Second over, Dejarmbo in a good spot as Charlie DeVee now taking it to Bambino Hall and taking over the lead. Quickly moving up there, Dejarmbo from further back, trying to get into it. 5th leader of the gang. Charlie DeVee and Chris Ryder clear by 2 3/4. 123-1, 27-4 there on the back, and there goes Charlie DeVee off stride now. Dejarmbo going to take the lead on the outside. Nowhere to go for Charlie DeVee but the infield. In behind that, Bambino Hall, leader of the gang. At the top of the stretch, it's Dejarmbo. Smedshammer there again with a nice lead.
Trond puts the Smedshammer down on him again, this time with Dejarmbo. Now, this was an off-the-trot effort, okay, but I have to mention what was going on the front end. Yowza, 3/4 and 123-1. That 3rd quarter was 27-4. Like, these are trotters, okay? Just to remind everybody, the leader goes off stride in that last turn, and then just Dejarmbo takes over, wins in 152-4. 152-4. That equals that track record that his stablemate just took 4 races earlier. I thought that was kind of wacky, right? And cool if you're Trond Smedshammer. Second place finisher is Bambino Hall, and leader of the gang was 3rd.
Do Vikings carry hammers routinely, or is that just a thing that's exclusive to Trond?
That is such a good question. We have to have him back on the show and ask him that.
Absolutely, right. Let's go right here at Harris Chester for race 6 on Sunday. It was a biggie, a condition pace for winners over $25,000 in their lifetimes. Number 3, Dial or No Dial with Brian Sears, was the 3-2 chalk on the drop down. Number 8, Andy Rue. The 7-2 second choice was Timmy Tetrick. And number 1, Royal Morn with Dan Dubé was the 4-1 third choice. And here's James with that call.
Into the first turn, Transcending takes the lead by a length outside of Royal Morn. They've put 2.5 on Dial or No Dial in 3rd. Camzart is 4th. Andy Rue is 5th. Now 7 from the leaders. Royal Morn's fighting back to reclaim command from Transcending past just a 28-second first quarter. So the pace is pretty moderate despite it being a contested lead, and Royal Morn came away with it. Royal Morn leads Transcending by a length and a half past his first time. Dial or No Dial's 2 back in 3rd. Camzart is 4th. Andy Rue is 5th. And now 6.5 lengths from the lead. Warning Zone has 9 to make up while in 6th position. A length and a half to Shuby's place, and Mr. Terry Fra is still last. 13 lengths off the leaders, and the half was completed in 56 2/5 tepid seconds. 3/8 to go. Dial or No Dial took over by a length and a half from Royal Morn. Camzart was following the cover of Dial or No Dial, but has been left in the breeze. Camzart takes over second and has gained to within a length of Dial or No Dial. Andy Rue is second over, 3 off the lead, just overtaking Transcending with a quarter to go. Shuby's place still has 6 lengths to find, overtaking Warning Zone at 2 off last. Mr. Terry Fra has yet to advance. 3/4 in 122-4. 26-2 in the 3rd quarter. They arrive at the top of the stretch, and Dial or No Dial's a length and a half in front.
Dial or No Dial sat 3rd for the half before blown by Royal Morn and led the rest of the way, winning by a length in 150-2. Number 6, Transcending off at 5-1 with Yannick Gingras. Closed well for 2nd. Royal Morn lived for 3rd. And now 2 races ahead at Harris Chester. With that, here's Heather.
Okay. And here, another set of nice pacers. Wind Me Up is the horse with the rail and the favorite. He's had one start this year, and it's been a win in 150 and 2. Number 5 is Sunshine Superman. First time Tim Tetrick in the bike. Nothing against Tim Tetrick, okay? But the 3, Freddy Day Hanover, has George Napolitano in the bike. And you know, he's super hot right now, and you cannot underestimate the power of spiky hair. And if you watched PA Harness Week last week, you would totally get that joke.
Still a demanding tempo set by Sunshine Superman. A length and a half the better of Sonic Sealster with inside 3/8 to go. Freddy Day Hanover gains 2 within a length and a half of the lead. Code words in the clear, and he slides 2 wide with 3.5 to make up. Wind Me Up saves ground with a quarter to go. Buckeye in charge is wide of that, and 5.5 lengths adrift. Real Flight's got 7 to make up. 2 more to trailer. Stagecoach hold up 3/4 in 122 and 2. Freddy Day Hanover a narrow lead wide of Sunshine Superman at the 8th pole. Sonic Sealster angled to the outside. Wind Me Up dives down to the open stretch, but he's 3 behind Freddy Day Hanover.
Sunshine Superman looked like he was going to leap over the Harris-Chester grandstand in a single bound, but that didn't happen. It was Freddy Day Hanover taking in some Chester air, traveling on the outside for the win in a lifetime best of 150 and 1, and paying $13.60. Wind Me Up jetted home in 27 seconds, but had to settle for second. And then Sonic Sealster, a long shot, got a good trip and was third.
Do you know, all I want in my life is a 5-to-1 shot that pays $13 and cannot lose. That's all I want. I'm not greedy. I don't want a superfecta driver. Just somebody has to tell me, here's a 5-to-1 shot that'll pay 13 and change and cannot lose. That's all I want in life. I don't think it's a lot.
Just bet Georgie Knapp like every race. You might not win every race, but I know that you're going to have something that pays, you know, more than $10.
That's a really good strategy. Stay with us when we come back. Susan, the handicapper, who's been hot of late. Not Georgie Knapp hot, but she's been hot of late. She'll be here with us. And Charlotte McBride caught up with a few people around here that know what Earl Beal meant to the great sport of harness racing right here in Pennsylvania. Don't go away.
Earl had a lot to do with what's going on in harness racing in Pennsylvania right now.
Hi, they call me Big Seamus. Everybody knows I only like to play my lucky numbers. So when I go to the Downs off-track wagering, I get to bet exactly that with the Exacta. A $2 bet on the Exacta delivers big payouts like this. When it's my night out, I eat big, play big, and I win big.
Downs off-track wagering. Allentown, East Stroudsburg, Carbondale, Hazleton. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, harness racing fans, and welcome back to PA Harness Week along with Heather Moffat. I'm Steve Ross. And big doings, as we've been talking about for the entire show, the $500,000 Earl Beal Memorial takes place at Mohegan Sun of Pocono Downs tonight. Not only will you see a great horse race and lots of great races on the supporting card, but you can also get yourself a nice new hat. So check it out tonight at Mohegan Sun of Pocono Downs. And our Charlotte McBride caught up with folks around here who knew just what the gentleman, Earl Beal, to whom this race was named, meant to the sport of harness racing here in Pennsylvania.
I'm here with Ron Batoni, and you're a colleague and a friend for a very long time of Earl Beal Jr. What do you think this means to have this memorial for him?
This is something that the board of directors decided to do after his passing. Earl had a lot to do with what's going on in harness racing in Pennsylvania right now. In fact, the racetrack that you're at right now, he helped put it together and with the owners and build what we have here today.
And why a trot? Why did you guys choose a trot?
Earl was always partial to trotters when he was alive. That's one of his big favorite things to do is, you know, dabble with young trotters.
And what are you hoping to see in this race on Saturday?
First of all, we'd like to see a safe race. The last 2 races that we've had at Pocono seem to have some problems coming off the last turn, but that's racing. But as long as we have a good, safe race and the best horse hopefully wins.
And finally, what do you remember most about Earl?
Earl was a leader. He was a leader. He took a lot of things, you know, in this industry and made the industry go forward.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Charlotte. Earl Beal was quite a gentleman. It's going to be quite a race. We're looking forward to that tonight, okay?